If you believe this channel, if you like it, um, the lower we get here, right, these are more buying opportunities. Hey there, and welcome to your daily dose of elephant crypto wisdom for Monday, March 7th, 2022. Today's going to be big picture day. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin and total market cap, and what we're going to see is we are still in an uptrend, and that is important to kind of keep your eye on, your mind on, really, that with all of this droppage from, November, December here. We're on the Bitcoin daily, by the way. And, our two peaks here, we've dropped hard, and it's really easy to think we are in a downtrend, and we definitely are in the short to medium term, right? No argument there. We are still below all indicators here. If we blow that up a little bit, we will see we're kind of right in the middle. So as I mentioned yesterday, this is hard to trade. Right now we are in the middle, and if we look at kind of what indicator has been providing support, and what we will see is our middle one, which generally will green out. You will see it tested here, and then this is it on top. It's come back to test here, and it tested here a couple of days ago again. So that is the one that seems to be providing the most resistance at the moment. So we have our little bar of support here, and then we have our line, our second line here, that's proven to be a pretty, tough resistance to climb there. So we're kind of in the middle of those two. So right now, if you're entering a trade, you're probably kind of guessing a little bit. You're either knife catching or just full of hopium, right? That's just going to go up. So you really want to just be careful here, kind of wait for confirmation at the moment. But the one thing I do want to show you here, and again, this is always kind of fun. I do always like looking at longer trend lines, and then I like to see how they match up with each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our peak here from April. We'll connect it here to our peak in November, and that will give us a little bit of our uptrend line. And now what I always like to do is clone these. A lot of times it's just curiosity more than anything, but what you see a lot of times is how well they match up. So now I'm going to go to our June 22nd low, which is right here. I'm going to put our blue circle right about that. And voila. So you can see right now, just a cloning line here. And this happens again on a lot of charts. I'll show it again to you here in a second. But that sort of discerns our channel. So we are in a long-term upward channel. If you believe this channel, if you like it, the lower we get here, right, these are more buying opportunities. And when we touch more up here, this would be a chance to possibly short. But what's going to happen is once we get above these indicators, you can see the convergence here, and we're starting to spread out a little bit in a bad way, in a bearish way. We'd like these to reverse. But when it does reverse, and I do think it will eventually here, just a matter of time, we will test back up here, I think, again. So let's see. So that's sort of like a longer term look at Bitcoin. That's sort of our ascending channel. And these would be actually long-term buying opportunities right there. But that's just a look at how you can do a trend line from your local tops or your bottoms, and then you can clone it and move it along to something else. So that's Bitcoin here. Again, daily, we're hovering around $39,000 all morning, a little bit up, a little bit down. And the big thing is right now it's still incredibly correlated to the stock market. So If the stock market goes up, Bitcoin's going up. If the stock market drops, Bitcoin is dropping with it. So it's behaving like, a risk-on asset, which is more speculative, as opposed to risk-off, which would be something like gold or even just moving to cash. That's kind of what you do in risk-off situations, bonds. So it's behaving much like that. But it is young, right? Bitcoin's only 14 years old. So it's just a teenager. It's learning its way. Eventually, I believe it will become a risk-off asset as it was intended, store of value. But we shall see. Let's take a look at our total market cap. And again, we'll kind of do a little zoom out big picture. And we're going to see similar here as far as we are in an uptrend. So you can see our golden channel here. This is moving up. We have our low here on June 22nd as well, which was Bitcoin's low of about 1.12 trillion. And as long as we stay above that line, so right here, we are in an uptrend. Now we can sort of do what we just did with Bitcoin. Let's try that with a total market cap, just out of curiosity. And we'll make a peak to peak line here. And actually, you know what? Let's just use what we have down here and see, because this is a clone line here off each other. So let's just clone this again. And now we're going to pull it up. And let's see if that matches up. Pretty darn close. Let's get you back here with our kind of top there. So you can see not exactly, but total market cap, similar to Bitcoin, is in an ascending channel. We are at the bottom of that channel right now, and we could still go lower and keep our ascending angle. And again, it's all the way down at 1.12. We're at 1.7 now. And again, our all-time high is just a tick over 3 trillion. So we're about 45% off our all-time high. And of course, 1.5 would be the 50% mark. So definitely due for a bounce here. But again, it's just the overall market. Again, we are running pretty much in lockstep with the legacy markets. And what's controlling that right now? Two big factors. One is uncertainty. Markets do not like uncertainty. So we have the war, obviously, in Ukraine going on. That's impacting oil prices. They spiked to over, I think, over $110 a barrel the other day. I think they're back down a little bit today. We see $7 a gallon gas prices in California. So that sort of long-term, that sort of short-term uncertainty markets do not like. So that's why we're seeing a lot of drops, a lot of just a lot of hedging at the moment. And then the big thing also, again, is the government regulation of crypto, which Biden has said he's going to be coming forward with something. That was before the Ukraine crisis here. So that will be coming probably in the next month or two. And then the overall Fed rate hikes that they were going to start again in March. I don't think they're going to be as bad as we think, because the only way to keep some of these things going right now is to keep just pumping money into the system. So they're going to be in a weird position here where they either have to keep pumping or we're going to see a pretty big sell-off. Kind of one of the two. So it's interesting times, but big picture, we are in ascending channels. This is total market cap. We did see Bitcoin earlier look very, very similar. We're at the bottom of those channels, but as long as we can hold these levels, and we are doing it thus far, these are at the moment decent opportunities to get in the market. I personally, as I've been mentioning, I do think we go a little bit lower. I do think we test back down, both on the Bitcoin market and, of course, the total market cap there. But it probably won't be, it'll be a short-lived correction back down, and then I think we do pop back up. sometime later this year. But all right, those are current thoughts. So big picture today, we are in ascending channels, and we'll take it from there. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for liking, subscribing, and this is Mark signing off.